Plants are widely known as Earth's oxygen factories, producing the gas that sustains almost all life. Yet, those same plants are also active consumers of oxygen, pulling it back in to power their own survival. This isn't a design flaw. It's the difference between manufacturing a fuel and actually using it. Creating glucose is one metabolic process. Breaking it down to stay alive is another. While chloroplasts use sunlight to build sugar, every plant cell also contains mitochondria. These are the microscopic engine rooms where oxygen is used to unlock the energy stored in that food. A stockpile of glucose is useless unless the plant can burn it. Plants breathe oxygen just like humans do, to provide immediate energy to grow, repair, and function. Because photosynthesis requires sunlight, it's easy to assume that a plant's internal life effectively pauses when the sun goes down. In reality, the work of staying alive never stops. During the day, the plant produces oxygen while simultaneously performing respiration, burning glucose for ATP energy. When darkness falls, photosynthesis stops. The plant relies on glucose reserves, continuing to respire and consume oxygen. Photosynthesis works a daytime shift, but respiration is the continuous 24-hour engine maintaining the organism. Proving a plant exhales carbon dioxide in the dark is challenging, since these gases are invisible. We observe this by sealing germinating seeds in a dark flask, connected to a container of clear lime water. As seeds respire, they exhale carbon dioxide. The gas travels through the tube, reacting with the lime water and turning it visibly milky. Standard atmospheric air contains very little carbon dioxide and would not trigger this reaction quickly. The rapid change in the lime water proves the gas is coming directly from the respiring seeds. This milky transformation provides the physical evidence of plant respiration, confirming that they breathe out the same gas we do. Respiration is often hidden by daylight, much like a plant's physical diet is hidden by the air. It is a common misconception that plants absorb all their nutrients directly from the atmosphere. The actual intake pathways are much more specific. Carbon dioxide enters through tiny leaf pores called stomata, but essential minerals are absorbed as a liquid solution exclusively through root hairs in the soil. We also tend to assume that only green leaves are capable of making food. When we see a plant like a croton with deep red or purple leaves, it looks as though it might lack the green chlorophyll needed for survival. In these leaves, chlorophyll is still present and fully functional. Its green color is simply masked by an abundance of stronger red or purple pigments. A plant's most critical survival mechanisms, from mineral absorption to food production, often operate beneath chemical disguises or deep underground. To understand the plant as a single machine, we look first to the leaves. They act as solar-powered factories, using sunlight and carbon dioxide to build a supply of glucose. This food is then moved through a two-way highway. Phloem tubes carry glucose down from the leaves, while xylem tubes push water and minerals up from the roots. Along every inch of this highway, respiration occurs in every single cell. The transported glucose is intercepted and burned with oxygen to provide the energy needed for physical growth. This continuous loop of creation, transportation, and consumption allows the plant to function as a self-sustaining biological economy. We can test this system's level logic with a puzzle. Suppose we have 3 sealed test tubes in the sunlight. Tube A has a snail, Tube B has an aquatic plant, and Tube C has both. Which tube will contain the highest concentration of carbon dioxide? The snail in Tube A only respires, adding carbon dioxide to the water. The plant in Tube B respires, but being in the sun, its photosynthesis also consumes carbon dioxide. In Tube C, the plant absorbs the carbon dioxide produced by the snail. Therefore, Tube A, where the snail breathes alone with no plant to recycle its waste, will reach the highest concentration. This reveals that plants are far from passive scenery. They are active, voracious biological engines, constantly processing energy on a global scale. This metabolic engine, the non-stop production and burning of energy, allows plants to transform sunlight into the physical life that supports almost every ecosystem on the planet.